How are you feeling? Tell us how you're feeling during those days.
It was exciting. It was really stressful. Like, I mean, we had all the COVID going on, and my full-time job going on, and I've got 3 kids as well. So there's just a lot of stuff going on all at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to look at you or the camera, by the way.
Who cares?
I'm just like looking off in the distance as if I know what I'm doing.
I'm not big enough for anybody to care about that stuff. So. Hi, friends, and welcome to this very special edition of Mark's Minis. In this episode, we are going to meet Skye Herrick, owner and proprietor of Herrick Games and Hobbies in Boulder Creek, California. We're going to document my trip up there because I took a 2-day master class in airbrushing miniatures from the master artist Dev Sodagar, a Golden Demon Finalist. This is an important chapter in our ongoing journey to increase our painting skills. So please join me as we get the story from Skye Herrick, who created a thriving gaming community in an underserved, isolated small town despite global pandemic and vicious California wildfires. It's a story you won't want to miss. We will also see how Skye guides me into my first foray into the world of Warhammer 40K. It's a fascinating discussion. Please enjoy. This is going to be a little different video today. We are heading up into the mountains way up there. Off in the distance, we're going up to a quiet little town called Boulder Creek for a master class in airbrush. We're heading up to the mountain freeway. We're going way up there. It's going to be like this for a while. Curvy mountain roads. That's some landslide repair damage there. Oh man, beautiful day. Weather's gonna be stellar. Okay, we got like a wild turkey? Yeah, a wild turkey going gobble, gobble, gobble over there. A little bit of a delay going up this mountain road. And yeah, it's gonna be like this for a while, pretty hazardous, so I must focus on driving. Okay, we are getting closer, but we're still way up in the mountain roads. We're getting close. I think it's gonna be, oh boy, look at this dark mountain road, dark forest road, but it's bright and sunny outside. When you're in the forest, it's dark. Okay, we have entered the pleasant little town of Boulder Creek. Just gonna find the game shop and some parking. Okay, we've arrived. We're here at Herrick Games and Hobbies. Okay, we've got our stuff, and we're going to be heading up to Herrick Games and Hobbies. Wow, nice place. We got food and supplies nearby. We're going to be heading up. This place is up the stairs. So, here we go. I think we're getting warm. Yeah, here we are.
Hey! Hello!
There's Dev. Hi, Dev.
Good to see you, Mark.
Hey, that's our instructor, Dev Sodagar. Good to see you. Hi, Skye.
Hi, Mark.
And this is Skye Herrick, owner and proprietor. I fell in love with this guy instantly. He is so cool.
Welcome to Herrick Games.
Thanks. We're going to have some fun today.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set up right here. Phew. And we have landed. That was quite a trip. Oh, get a first look at our model. Oh, yes. Already primed. We are ready for this. For the next 2 days, I took an intensive class in airbrushing miniatures from the master artisan here, Dev Sodagar. Also known as Raggy Paints or the Raggy Painter. He gets that name from his old D&D character, Ragados, which is simply the anadrome of his surname. Yes, you heard it here and only here at Mark's Minis. Needless to say, the class was awesome, and I look forward to sharing what I learned with you in future video. But for now, the highlight of my visit is a chat with the owner and proprietor of this store, Skye Herrick. He introduces me to my first experience with 40K. Listen in. It's so hi,
hey.
YouTube viewers. Thanks so much for joining me on my special trip out to Boulder Creek, and we're here at Herrick Games and Hobbies with Skye, the owner and proprietor. So, Skye, you have a really great story to tell us.
Well, yeah, so we actually started the store originally in Virginia, in the back of my brother's hardware store. Then we did that right before the pandemic started. Ran it in Virginia for about a year and a half, which was really tough through the pandemic, as you can imagine. And then we were living over the hill in Silicon Valley, and we bought a home up here in the mountains. Right after we bought the home, there was a massive wildfire that burned down 900 homes in the valley.
Yeah, I was
And
there,
got really, really close to our house.
Wow.
And we were evacuated for 6 weeks. When we came back, we were like, hey, we want to put down roots and support the community and really dig in. And so I said, why don't we open a store here? Why don't we find if there's a spot that we can afford? And so we opened this shortly after the fire. And when I started, I knew there was one person up here that played, and I was like, well, maybe I'll play with him.
Wow.
and then we started. We didn't have any shelves.
Wow.
We carried basically just Citadel and GW, and that was it.
How are you feeling? Tell us how you're feeling during those days.
It was exciting. It was really stressful. I mean, we had all the COVID going on, and my full-time job going on, and I've got 3 kids as well, so there's just a lot of stuff going on all at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to look at you or the camera, by the way.
Who cares?
I'm just
cares.
looking off in the distance as if I know what I'm doing.
I'm not big enough for anybody to care about that stuff. So.
And now we're open Tuesdays and Thursdays every week.
Wow.
And with open gaming, and some nights, Thursday nights, we'll have 30 people in here, and
Wow.
you won't even be able to move around because it's still a small store.
I want to thank you for building a community.
Absolutely.
Where there's definitely a lot of gamers, and people need a nexus to come and, just like so many of my interview guests have said, nerds find each other.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
So I don't have a lot of experience with it. I'm going in kind of blind. This is my first visit to an actual Games Workshop store.
Yeah.
And I want to paint something that would be interesting for the viewers, something they want to see, maybe something interesting they want to see unboxed. So, given your experience with the space, the genre, this giant entity that is Games Workshop, how would you talk to me, the beginner, who wants to, get something interesting out there, show somebody how easy it is to get into the hobby, and I could paint something and maybe give some new painters some tips that can get going. So what would you suggest out of all this stuff? What would be your suggestion for me?
Yeah, so GW Games Workshop is massive, but they've done a good job over the last few years in making it easier to get into the hobby. But yeah, start small.
So there's a couple pieces you point out to me here, and I really don't know exactly what I'm looking at here. Can you explain to me what we're looking at?
Yeah,
here?
so these are limited edition release. So these were originally released in Japan. That's why all the Japanese is on it. So this is called the Space Marine Heroes 2 set. There's a Space Marine Heroes 1 set, and there's 2 other sets, also Space Marine Heroes, but different. So this is 8 boxes. They're blind boxes, so you don't know what's in there. But there's a squad of 6 that you're guaranteed to have them all in here.
Okay.
They're really meant for painters. You can play with them as well, but they're meant for collectors and painters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Something for everybody.
Yeah.
So another piece here I was really fascinated with. Tell me a little bit about these guys, and what is their position in the space of Games Workshop? And why would it be of particular interest for someone to watch a video about me unboxing and painting this thing?
Yeah, these guys are your typical alien movie bad guys. So these guys are actually a little bit more insidious than that. So this guy in the middle is called the Broodlord, or the Patriarch, depending on which army you're playing. These other guys here are called Genestealer Cult, and what those guys are, they're people who worship aliens. They're actually part alien, and they're their goal in life is to do a psychic scream that invites this hungry alien presence to come and destroy worlds. So they're the perennial bad guys. These guys are also, it's unconfirmed, but we all know, the 10th edition starter box that's coming out probably end of June, early July is when it always launches, is going to be Space Marines and Tyranids, and with some really cool new models, some new sculpts, awesome new rules.
So some that build excitement there.
Yeah. So and also Tyranids are really fun because the Tyranids and Space Marines are both really fun because you can paint them however you want. So there's set ways to paint them, and you can paint them at the box art. But if you want to have pink Tyranids or green Space Marines, you can do whatever you want. And they also have, I mean, that's throughout all of Warhammer. You can do that. You can
Sure.
paint them however you want. They're your models. But they also specifically have it in the lore to be like, you can paint this however you want. And there's also additional rules that you can add in to say, not only did I paint it how I want, but this is how I want them to play. And this is how they're going to play for both
Cool.
of those armies.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. I'm going to
Yeah.
have a lot of fun with those.
Yeah,
Thanks so
Mark.
much for having us over
Absolutely,
here. Sky. It's been fun.
anytime.
Been a blast.
Thanks for chatting. I talk too much, but I appreciate it.
That was a lot of fun. And I'd like again to thank Skye Herrick for not only hosting our airbrush class, but for showing me into the world of Warhammer 40k and providing us with the next 2 hot topics for upcoming videos. And just letting you know, Skye, you are now the official supplier for all hobby needs for this channel, Mark's Minis. Thanks so much. And just a reminder, while this video was a lot of fun, it was also a lot of work. If it was at all worth it to you, please let me know with the like and the sub. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.